Hey guys, so most of y'all know me for doing the tendencies and everything. So I was trying to split up and do some different content. So I went to go in the proving grounds. Most of my friends wasn't on to play in the rec, so I was like, all right, let me hop on my lockdown build. So I'm gonna break down the gameplay and break down the content and the footage to show you. So you see, I'm at the two guard, and my favorite positions on 2K. I've been playing 2K since 2K9, and my favorite position's always been shooting guard and power forward and center. So as you see, I'm guarding a two-way, three-level shot creator, and he's 6'6". Yeah, he shoots 56.5% from three. You see, this is like I was shooting 66.7%. I kind of started rough off of season one, off the shooting, because I was just getting just adjusted to it with the big green window and everything, rated differently from 2K25. So you see, right now I'm picking between my Speedster 3 and D takeover, and I think went with my 3 and D. My Speedster's the agility, but so we start off, and right off the bat, um, I wish I knew what my teammates, that I don't go in game chat, but as I get the pass, I throw a ball down to the point guard. The point guard, he passes to the center, and the center goes up for a layup. And you could say he was open, but you got a bucket. A bucket is a bucket. It just depends. So we're playing defense right now, and I'm chasing the dude with the blue hair. Now, mind you, I have to guard the other dude in the corner because the center is not guarding his man in the corner. So I don't know what's going on with that scenario, but I'm playing defense. I'm guarding the dude with the blue hair. He's trying to span these size up escapes in 2K26 after the pass. And he went for a dunk meter. Good defense. I get the rebound. I pass it back to the point guard. Point guard, he goes back to the 3-point line, and then the power forward goes right back in the paint, goes up for a layup. Now, reminds you, they both can shoot threes, and it decided not to space the floor. And then when I looked at your 2K card at the end of the game, they barely were shooting anything like above average. So a lot of people that come in here, or that I get on my team, they'd be scared, they'd be petrified and scared to shoot the basketball. So point guard man is left open, three. They pass me the ball. I'm not a ball handler with this player, so I pass it back to the point guard to see what he can get. The small forward pump fakes. He goes nowhere. So the center has the ball at the top of the key. The point guard has the basketball. Turns it over. Tries to pass it to me, even though I'm not a shot creator with this build. And then they get a fast break. Now it's 5-4. So now we can't inbound the basketball. I was going to go back and come back down. But apparently, we're having a hard time inbounding the basketball. And this is the random matchmaking improvement grounds. And this is the first bronze tier. So the small forward goes to the rack. You see the spacing is severely bad because the power forward and center both cut at the same time, and the power forward dunks the basketball. And the center on the other team, he was solid. He was destroying them in the paint with these post hooks and floaters. Now I'm open for three, splash. Tempo shooting. I love rhythm shooting and using rhythm shoots for the last year. And so now we're back on defense, and the small four got the guard his man, point guard guarding his man at the top of the key, the hash, and he goes up for a layup. The center gets the rebound. I'm down on the break. He passed me the ball. I went for the point guard to cut. I throw a bounce pass. He take it back and pass it to the small forward. Small forward mistime a shot, and the center gets the rebound and dunks the ball in the paint. And honestly, I would have said that I was open right there in that play, but people on this game, they don't really have IQ. They don't want to. It's all about their stats. So I pick up on the dude right there, and now I'm guard. I'm back to guard the heads on the small forward man, and now I'm on guard of my dude. So now I got to pick up a little bit. Now I'm trying to drop down to try to create a turnover, and the point guard he went to reach. So now the center get the basketball. We back down. We running the floor. I'm opening the corner on the hash. I see my dude coming to contest the shot. I pass it out. The power forward goes up and goes up for a contested layup. So everyone's that type of um, possession. The three, just I try to get back and guard the point guard dude, but I mean the small forward the dude, but he left the man open and the dude scored. So now point guard is having a hard time bringing up the basketball. Leads to another scenario of easy fast break. He calls a timeout. Centers want us to bring the basketball up for no reason, so he passes the ball to the power forward, who starts selling us, and the small forward got the basketball, and I don't know what he's trying to do. I guess he's looking for somebody to cut. So we got 3 seconds, so now he just chucks up a circus shot, and that is horrible. So now I'm running down the court, I'm trying to get back, easy three. And a lot of these times, these dudes don't know how to rebound as centers. They just suck. You know, I'm opening for the mid range, another shot, green. Now I'm getting back on defense, trying to guard my dude, and point guard, he's guarding his dude. So now centers get dunked on in the paint, and there's nothing you can do about that. He just doing some plain old defense. Now I'm opening the corner, and I green this one. That's a green. So now I got 8 points now. Around when we got to like the second half, that's when they started not passing me the ball anymore. Even when sometimes I was open, and I understand like a lot of people. Oh well, he's ball hog. Not 16. I was 16. I'm spotting up. My whole motive on defense is just I'm a 3D. I'm supposed to play defense, and I'm passing the ball trying to get people open and stuff. And I had 16 points in the second half. And a lot of times, so I was open. We settled for the center. I contest my man, 100% smothered, easy dunk. That's how you end the first quarter. And the center and the power forward just took over the game. I guess it was that time of the month where people was on their periods or whatever. But they just sabotaged the game, and you could just start when you get to the third quarter, you'll start seeing it. So I'm open, and the power forward was up on 3 people in the lane. 3 people in the lane. And now my dude's open for the mid range because I try to help out with the point guard, but you know, it's just couldn't do nothing right there in that scenario. So now, a lot of people don't know rotation. So the point guard runs in the paint like a chicken, tries to dunk the ball on 3 people. So now I got to pick up on my dude, and they try to. I don't know why they double team to help me out when I have 99 perimeter defense. And one of the things that's hard about this game on defense is look at the easy pass, cut through the lane. And one thing that's hard about this game on defense is that you can't physically turn around, and it's like you can't rotate like a lot. So Pointer gets stuck on the screen. Good block right there. So now the Pointer got the ball. He's bringing it down, and he sets his feet, pulls up for mid range, he greens it. And you can see so far, I'm trying to do my best job to guard my dude, and I'm playing a great defense. It just seems like every time we get a bucket, this team starts. There's just no type of like structure. It's just like we're just falling apart on the defense end, and then I'm right there. Excuse me, right there to stop the interception of the pass. It hits off my dude's back. So now we have the tip off right here for the jump ball, and so far we lose a jump ball. So now I'm going back to guard my dude, and now the power forward leaves his man. He jumps up in the air. I mean, that was me. I had to contest that. So now I'm over here, and we stop the possession shot clock violation because a lot of people they don't want to take smarter shots. A lot of people do not want to take the mid range or whatever, and you always settle for the shot that the defense always gives you if you can't create something better than that. So now we throw the ball in the paint, and I'm trying to get open to space the floor around the center. Finally, and it's another thing. These two dudes, this at the 4 and the 5. The times that they was stationed on the perimeter, like they couldn't time the shot. And this game it has like there's times where the game will make you miss because of the input delay and stuff. But this like this might be the easiest green window in 2K history. So I'm cutting right here. He didn't throw the ball past me, but I passed it up to the small forward because he cuts and it's an easy dunk. So now we get back on defense, and 2 minutes left in the quarter, and we playing great defense, what I would hope so. And now you look at this, and the small forward, his man's trying to dribble around him. They double teaming him. So now I got to pick up. So we close out that contestment, and I'm down the court. I see the point guard wide open for a shot, and he goes up for a dunk meter, which we had about two scenarios where we could have scored right there. You had the power forward, the small forward on top of the 3-point line. You had the center in the paint, or he could have just took the mid range. But you see, people just take the worst shots, and I'm not saying trying to say I'm the best 2K player, but you got to have IQ. And the point guard hit. I had a screen on the opposite end and shot the three in front of our point guard space. So now we got, I guess, a possession where he's trying to do exactly what the other point guard did and dance around, but he can't time his shot. So this is where I thought in my head, I'm like, man, you had a good first quarter. In the second half, the second quarter, we started off pretty good. This is where in my head, I'm like, you know what? This is about to go downhill from here, right here. As soon as we get into like the territory. So now he missed the shot. They get the rebound because both our centers are jumping around for joy, like they went to a church service, and they're not even boxing out. So now I pass the ball to the center and trying to get something good look, but he does a floater, and I don't even know if he even like practiced that shot. I think he just threw that up, or maybe he was trying to activate the dunk meter. I don't know. So running back down, we got 50 seconds left to get a good shot. The center's wide open, the forward's open, and he greens it. Hallelujah. You're down by one. 44 seconds left. And currently, I still have 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. I'm 100% from the 3-point line. Now, so I have to come up a little bit and bait the dude to shoot. So now we're on a fast break. The point guard passes to me, and I green it. Green another mid range, and I have 10 points. So now we're back on defense. It should have been a turnover right there, but the ball, for some reason, it just morphs around. So now I'm like playing the best defense. I'm locking up my dude, and the ball hits off the defender. So now I'm open for three. Cash, let's go. That's 13. I'm cooking right now. So now I am guarding my dude, and the other team they really just the point guard just spamming up size up escapes, and I went over to contest the shot because, like I said, on defense, it's hard in this game to actually physically turn around. So in the halftime player to have 13, 2, 2, and 100%. We shot 58, they 48, 13, 10, 13, 10, 1, 3, 3, 1 is for the team stats right now currently. But how I was feeling, I don't really be caring about if I'm the player to have. I just want to win the game. A lot of time people is just they want to go for the most points, and I like to play shooting guard, I like to defend, and then I like to shoot the ball. So we got this possession, and it's an ugly possession because we had about two shots right here open, and we just he turns over the basketball and throws it right into the AI, not the AI, my bad, to the center. So now I'm on a break. I'm wide open in the corner, and I green the three. So now I have 16, and after this is where I do not get the basketball ever again. For some reason, in the 2K community, people have this strange like fantasy, and not even the fantasy, but whenever they see somebody else doing good, they get envious and jealous of other people getting good. Now, prior to like the third and the fourth quarter, both centers was arguing in game chat, so I didn't go and hear them. Listen, not all in game chat. You see the mics moving, but I didn't go in game chat to hear it. Because game chat is toxic, and he fouls a 3-point shooter right there. And the point guard went in game chat, and I guess they was arguing, and this is where I really believe the game went downhill for us because we was up. You see, we currently up 39-30, and the center turns the basketball over to the other point guard. So now this is where they got the momentum because as you see now, so we get a charging foul. So we still get in stops. We get in stops. It's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in third, and I keep looking at the scoreboard because I'm trying to see if we can get anybody going. So now the power forward dunks the ball 41-30. Point guard on our team has the basketball. And he's dribbling, and he goes to the rack, And honestly, I don't think that's a foul call because the center met him at the rim and blocked it. But I'm not the game developers of this game, so hey, I think they need to do a little bit of stuff, of tweaking some stuff with blocking. I like blocking in the game, but the foul calls is ridiculous. So if the center is obviously mad with the point guard, he starts passing me the ball, and this is where it just goes downhill. Like the point guard, he finished the game with 9 points. He had 6 assists, 3 steals, and he had 5 turnovers. Small forward had 11 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. He went 5 for 9 and 1 for 3. The power forward in the center, the power forward had 15, 5 and 3, and 2 blocks, 3 fouls, 3 turnovers. Went 7 for 12. And I'm trying to create a shot for somebody. It's just nobody's really like people like scared. So you just turn the basketball ball over. The center just forces up a layup, and the center had a triple double, but after he was spacing the floor, they didn't want to shoot they didn't want to space the floor and shoot any three. So I call the other center on the other team called a timeout, and I really do feel like after this possession, it just went really bad because I'm trying to figure out like how we start off good in the first 2 halves, and then out of nowhere, see now I'm here. I'm trying to pick up, so we get a three. They get a shot clock violation, and it just seemed like the point guard he couldn't do nothing. And if you don't have a point guard that can't create shots or get himself open or can't make himself a threat to where the other team has to feel like, oh, we have to like play aggressive on defense and other people get open, then it's not gonna go well. And I was passing the basketball to get the small forward involved, but he couldn't really time his shot. The power forward and the center, they could shoot threes. And to remind you, the center, when I looked at his 2K card, he had at least a high, they both had high 3-point shooting. And they, for some reason, they couldn't time a shot. And so I passed to the point guard, wide open three, and he mistimes it. And that's where we needed the score right there. So now he shoots a three over the power forward, and the power forward didn't even jump, considering that he's taller than him. Didn't even bother to contest the shot. So point guard got the basketball, passes to the power forward. Power forward passes to the center. The center didn't want to shoot that. There was a wide open three. He didn't want to shoot that. He's talking in game chat. He does a post spin, and the power forward cuts directly at the same time as he does the post spin, like we're playing in the 60s. And he forces up a layup over 2 people. And this is where the momentum flips. Because as you can tell, we was up by 11, and it's now 44-40. Eventually, they will come back in the momentum. I have to call a timeout eventually. And people leaving their mans open. We get a block, but now we have a mismatch, and the power forward gets cooked by the guard to the rack. The point guard loses the basketball. He does a crossover into the other point guard's body, and you see now it's a two point possession game. The small forward for some reason is trying to dribble the basketball. He can't dribble. He's just trying to abuse the strong handle badge and try to push himself into the person's body. And we gave up the three. I called a timeout because I didn't like how he was playing. Everything was fine the first 3 quarters. Now he does a bounce pass in the paint. The center gets the basketball, forces another layup over the center. And this is the 4th quarter. And now I haven't got the basketball since. I played perfect, playing a great defense, played great offense, passed the ball when people was open, just for them to be scared to shoot the basketball. And the center on our team has a 74-3, and he used his cap breakers for his three. but the power forward had like a 90 something three, and they both couldn't shoot. So now the point guard, you see, he just finished the free throw. He's at the line. We have the inbound. We up by two. We pass the ball to the center. The center goes right to the rack, and he dunks the basketball. Now we up by four. And for some reason, the small forward flops on the floor and gives them a easy dunk. And now we still up by two. The center passes me the ball in the worst way scenario. So I'm looking to trying to find somebody, get somebody open, passing the ball. You just gotta move the ball around, something, and he got an easy slip. The center got an easy dunk. Now it's 53 to 49. We have 3 minutes and 58 seconds left into this game. I'm playing defense on this blue dude. I'm locking him up, making sure he can't go to where he want to go. We get a easy. I was open, and the small forward decides to chuck up a mid range over the defender that was really on his hip. The center get the rebound and do a layup. So I wanted to get an inbound steal right here, but they don't let you get inbound steals in this game anymore unless you bump the person off the adrenaline bars. So now the center on the power forward, another team called another timeout. So as you see, it's 55-49. Point guard, they doing a give and go. I went for the steal right there, didn't give that to me. So now my dude goes up for a dunk meter dunk, and he dunks the ball. And our bigs can't, like, they really can't protect the rim at all. So now they got to steal. We turn the basketball over. Both bigs are jumping up in the air. The point guard's open for three, and he cashes it. So now it's a one possession game. Now it's 55-54. They pass me the ball because they mad at the guard, and the guard goes and he does a dunk meter in the lane to where I thought he didn't even have any space to create the dunk. But I was glad we at least scored something. And this dude right here, we get another possession, and I was wide open for the three, but the dude wanted to do a dunk meter dunk to where I felt like, well, you kick it out of the corner, wide open shot. But people don't play like that. They don't use their brain. So now the point guard is spamming sides escapes, spamming crossovers, and the other center is getting busy. He just dunked the basketball in our center. Wearing a jersey number 41. So now I got the ball. I give it back to the guard. Guard passes me the ball back. I try to see if I can find anybody. I did a step back, and then I passed it to the center. The center is not moving. Nobody's really moving around. It's looking real bad. It looks like how the Lakers played last year with their offense, where when LeBron has the ball, nobody's moving around. And now it's 59-59. Point guard is trying to get past the dude. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's doing crossovers. He tried to shoot that. He thought he had a shot pocket. The small forward is trying to do crossovers. The center has the ball, and he passed to the power forward. The power forward dunks the ball in the dunker spot. Now it's 61-59 currently, and we get a possession right here where we get a charge, and we get the ball back. Now 61-59. The center turns over the basketball, and he didn't wait. I plucked the dude, and I get bumped out of bounds. And I was actually trying to wait for somebody else to come down, but nobody else was running. They got there late, so that was my first turnover in this game. So now the point guard dunks the ball on the center into the lane, and yeah, and it's just got this is we just started the games just started slipping away. Power forward dumps the basketball at 63-61. We have 55 seconds left to play the best defense we can, and look at that, the center. This is where he goes off. He just starts bullying both these dudes. It's 63-63, and I set a little screen for the guard. I'm wide open on the perimeter. The center didn't even pass me the basketball, and he throws a whack pad. He throws a lob pass. I stopped playing for a second because I couldn't believe what he just did. He threw a lob pass from the I called timeout from the side of the hash, and it clanks off the rim. And the pass was supposed to go to the power forward that was underneath the basket, but he was so far underneath the basket. What was the point of that? And now we waste the possession. We get blocked. He turns over the basketball, gets the ball back. You would thought he would sit down and wait, so he passes me the ball. I pass the ball to the guard. The guard's dribbling. He tries to go for a fade right there. So now I'm looking to see if anybody else can create a shot. And and we can't do nothing because now the center's standing in the paint for 3 seconds for me. And it's now 63-66. It's 9 seconds on the clock, and I was trying to foul. Nobody else wanted to foul
Oh, bro, come
to see if somebody
hood,
can
bro.
miss the
How?
free throw. And I called
Sitting
timeout
there,
again
like,
because I was trying to foul, and the game wouldn't let me foul, and that was it. And that's just how that's how I lost the game in random wreck. As you see, I just was looking at these people's stats, and I was like, man, we had 18 in the first quarter, 16, 12, and then we had 17. They beat us the third and the fourth, 17 and at 20. And we started the first 2 quarters off very good. Third quarter, we could have worked on some adjustments. They only outscored us by 5 points in the third quarter, but I felt like we like I like the other people's games, but performance, but it's I went 100% from three, and I took smart shots, and you see my proving guards rank, it was 53.9. It dropped down to 36%. And honestly, the worst type of teammates I've seen in the rec and in the proving grounds is people that are in the black or in the bronze tier, because those people do not have, they play the game like they play on rookie difficulty in my career, and they think like they'll be able to do the same thing on the AIs. It's like not great in my career compared to someone online that already has seen the stuff that people have imitated and tried and failed at. And it's just like, to me, that I was just like, I'm not shocked. There's times I play games without center, and I got sold many times. And it's just crazy to me, like how every year people buy a basketball game, and majority of these people don't even know how to play basketball. And I grew up playing basketball, and I like watching the game, and I do the tendencies for y'all on YouTube and all that. And it just shows, like, even when you play online, these people are just selfish. And when everything doesn't go their way, they become toxic with their microphone, and they just want to sabotage the game. And that's just how it is. But I want to say, thank you guys. I'm very interested in changing up the content and doing more different video ideas. But I'm showing y'all that, like, this is the center. He had a 74 three ball, and he shoots below average, 36.6% from three. He couldn't rebound at all with a 96 rebounding. And I'm gonna show you the power forward. I think as I'm scrolling through the center, and I'm just like, man, you played 197 games, and as you see the power forward had a 93 ball, and he didn't even bother to put any, like, this is what the problem with a lot of people. They look up these YouTube builds and have 60 offensive rebounding and 60 defensive rebounding, and think that when they make a center, they can just stay their butt on the 3 point line. When some majority of the time you're going to have to play defense and get the rebound, and a lot of these dudes don't want to do that. They want to sit their butt on the corner or whatever, or the mid range, and don't want to get no rebound. And they at the four. And I guarantee both of these dudes knew each other, but you can't play like that, and you got to get rebounds. Like, this is a rank mode, and it shows. Like, the other center, he had 10, the power forward had 2, and the point guard had 4. I had 2 rebounds for being a lockdown, which I'm not supposed to be known for doing that, but it's just crazy to me. Like, people are just like that. But I want to thank y'all guys for the video, and ideas and everything, and then stay tuned for the next Tennessee video. I'm gonna drop more different videos. But peace, guys.